Erneuter Amoklauf in den USA. Wann werden die
Latest school shooting in the USA. When will the real causes be fought? On October 2nd, 2015, at least 10 people were killed in a shooting at a college in Oregon, USA. President Obama expressed shock and spoke of an increasing numbness in the US society concerning such incidences. In his words, I quote, "We are the only advanced country on earth that experiences such mass shootings every few months. The reporting is routine, my response here ends up being routine." And that's true. For just as with prior attacks, Obama again complained about what he views as too lax weapon legislation and demanded its tightening. But the question remains, is this really tackling the problem at its roots? And will this actually get rid of the problem? Today's broadcast focuses on this. Since the shootings happen again and again, it is certainly legitimate to think about weapons legislation. However, is it not alarmingly short-sighted that no systematic examination is being done as to why it is that young people get the idea initially to enter their universities and schools and cold-bloodedly murder their classmates? What must have happened to a person? What is going on inside a person who is ready to commit such horrible acts? One possible cause for the readiness to cold-blooded murder may be apathy and deadening caused by mass media programming, especially in our so-called entertainment media. We refer to the research of Carl C. Meyer, a specialist in neurology and psychotherapeutical medicine in Heidelberg, Germany. Meyer demonstrates that the consequences of all the violence conveyed in the entertainment media has been documented in 3,500 studies so far. Meyer summarizes the results as follows. The vast majority of these studies' authors came to the conclusion that there is a correlation between the amount of violence seen on television by children and the possibility of aggressive behavior with these kids. Already in 1992, a child in the USA has seen an average of 200,000 violent acts and 40,000 murders on TV before he turns 18. It is interesting that, according to Meyer, it is not rare that the perpetrators are displayed as attractive and the victims as ugly. According to him, the identification with the perpetrator is strengthened to a far greater extent than with the victims. Our mainstream media, the movies and the DVDs, as well as all the computer games, are very clearly co-responsible for the increasing brutality and deadening, as well as for promoting mass shootings. There are still other causes for personality changes, which greatly increase the potential for violence and cold-blooded mass shootings. Experts judge the use of psychotropic drugs to be the #1 cause. Coming up in another broadcast soon, we will report on the profound research results of psychiatrist Dr. David Healy. Healy clearly states, based on thorough research, that over 90% of mass shootings at schools are carried out under the influence of psychotropic drugs. In light of these many correlations and evidence, it is quite astonishing that President Obama does not immediately move in and tackle the entertainment media industry or the pharmaceutical industry instead of weapon laws. A possible explanation for tightening weapon legislation certainly can be seen in the discontentment of US citizens. Today, 6 years after Obama's election for president, the US citizens feel severely disappointed by Barack Obama, who had sympathy values up to 80% in his first year. In a USA Today magazine opinion poll in spring 2015, Obama, with a solid lead before George W. Bush, was chosen to be the worst president in the USA since 1945. While he is causing wars all over the world, his country is impoverishing. The citizens and the state are severely in debt. Unemployment figures are skyrocketing and are artificially being pushed down via statistical tricks. 45 billion US citizens, so about 15% of the whole US population, have to stand in line for meal vouchers. The US government knows very well that the citizens' pain threshold has long been surpassed, and it seems that the government has been preparing already quite some time for a nationwide uprising. The National Federal Emergency Management Agency recently built around 800 detention camps, the so-called FEMA camps, and bought millions of plastic coffins. Apropos weapons, the Department of Homeland Security have weapons and 1.6 billion shots of ammunition at their disposal. This is so much that it's enough for a 20-year-long war, according to the Forbes magazine. This gives reason to suspect that not only President Obama, but also the whole US administration have good reason to work towards disarming the population and to enact new laws making the up until now legal possession of weapons illegal. A disarmed population could easily be brought under control in any uprising.